Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on my channel. In this one, I'm going to go over how I plan to hit my first $10,000 month. And this is basically the fundamentals of any business online ever, whether you're making like 5K a month or even the guys making 100, 200, even $1 million per month. So if you want to make money online, pay attention to this because it may help you out. Also, for context, I'm currently at $3,000 per month. But it's kind of with a different thing. So this is going to be completely from scratch. So you guys can kind of follow along and see what I do. But if you do want to know how I hit my first 3K a month online and did so consistently, I'm going to be releasing a free course. So you can check the description down below to sign up for that. And I'll let you know via email when it is been released. So let's get straight into it. So in this video, there are two parts, which the first one is the business part. And then the second part is the more personal part. So let's first go over the business parts and how I plan to do this. So as I said, this is literally the fundamentals of an online business, which is having an offer, having an irresistible and good offer, and then getting traffic or eyes on that offer. You know, people who would be interested in that offer and how it can help them. So yeah, traffic is basically attention, eyeballs, and then the offer is the promised outcome that you make to the market, and kind of more on the internal side, the service that, you know, we're going to be delivering to actually get that outcome for them. And traffic plus an offer is, you know, sales, which in my case, it's converting appointments into clients, which we'll get into in just a minute. So first, let's start with traffic, basically how I'm going to be getting traffic and eyes on my offer. And for more context, I plan on starting an agency. So it's a service-based B2B business, just so that makes more sense. So let's get into it. So traffic for me at this point, which is recommended by my mentors who are already running agencies doing around 20 to 30K a month, I think. Their recommendation to me, and I recommend it through them to anyone who's starting out, offering a service, trying to start an agency, is through cold emails. Because it is kind of like you can almost reach anybody and it doesn't cost any money. There's no like ads, you know, involved in it. However, you can put money behind it to, you know, speed up the process and make it even better. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So my exact process for this is going to be, I'm going to hire a cheap VA from like the Philippines or wherever I can get them. And I'm going to get them to source leads for me from YouTube, because that's where my target audience and potential clients, that's the easiest way I can find them and find their emails and find it and like, find a lot of them instead of just one or two rare ones. So I'm going to get a VA to scrape the leads, 50 to 100 a day. And I'm going to feed those leads into a Lemlist, which is a cold email marketing software, which basically sends the emails for you automatically, personalizes them, etc. And then from there, I'm going to get replies and book those replies into Calendly. And that is basically, you know, that is the way I'm going to get traffic and book appointments. And then, you know, I'm going to convert those appointments, as I said previously, into sales and retainers. So Alex Hormozi said the rule of 100 is simple. You advertise your stuff by doing 100 primary actions every day for 100 days in a row. That's it. Don't make any promises, but this is one. And yeah, you can basically read it. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending 100 emails for 100 days consistently. So that's how I'm going to do this, because as well, I do have a job. So I can't be, you know, out there gathering 100 emails and manually sending them. So this is an easy way for me to do that. And I won't change much about this process or the offer after these 100 emails for 100 days. So that's my plan for that. Okay, now to the actual offer part, which is the promised outcome / the service. Yeah, the service plus how I package it. So what's important for me, and also what was recommended to be, you know, the boxes that need to be checked for it to be a good offer for me to start with, is it has to be a validated offer. So people should already be buying it. The market should already be buying it, whatever that may be. So if you're going out there and you want to get an offer of your own and you don't really know what to sell, an easy way to do this is literally finding out what people are already buying. Because obviously if people are buying it, they'll most likely buy from you as well. So yeah, that is checked for me. Then for me also, it has to be a recurring service. That just makes it like, I just want that. I want it to be recurring. I don't want to start over at the start of each month. I want it to be able to compound. So yeah, that's for my offer is checked. It is validated, is recurring. And also then the market, aka the niche that I choose, is easily accessible and they have money and there are a lot of them. So for me, there is a check. Basically, I can find my target audience easily. As I said, they're on YouTube. They have money. The ones that I target have to be making at least $10,000 a month with their business. And as I said, yeah, there has to be a lot of them. So I can send a lot of cold emails and really play the numbers game. So yeah, there's a lot. They're easily accessible and they have money. That's a check for me. This one is kind of, it doesn't have to have it, but I wanted to have it. Close to the money basically means your service or product that you are offering, in this case a service, is directly tied to an outcome that leads to money. So for example, when you run a Facebook ads agency, or let's say a Facebook ads agency, it is literally like you can directly show them the value that your service brings to the table. You can literally show them, hey, this is the ad account. You can show them inside the ad account, show them how much money you've spent and how much money the ad spend has brought them back. Like there's a direct comparison, and you can literally show them the value you're bringing to the table, as I said. And for me also, it has to be minimal risk to them and to me, because as I said, this is a kind of a new thing that I'm starting. So I don't have any experience in this space. I don't have any proof. I don't have any case studies. I don't have any social proof. So I don't want to go out there and make them risk a bunch of money on me. I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing that yet. It also makes me feel more confident and more comfortable to be able to pitch this offer, aka on the sales calls, etc. So yeah, minimal risk, and also minimal risk to me. I'm not putting up any money except, running my own cold email service. So yeah, that's basically it. Traffic plus offer equals sales, and that's how I'm planning on doing it. My offer, I just went through it. That's kind of what it's going to look like and the parts that it has. And then the way I'm going to get traffic. And as I said, I recommend this to anyone starting out. It has been recommended to me by my mentors, which is the next part of this whole equation, is the scientific method. So I'm going to be going through the scientific method while I'm doing this entire thing, right? I'm going to be looping, getting feedback, and making iterations on it. So I'm going to observe, question, research, hypothesize, experiment, test the hypothesis, and draw a conclusion. Basically, I'm going to look at what I'm doing, for example, at my cold emails. I'm going to ask a question. So like, why am I not booking meetings? I'm going to research to find potential answers of how I can improve my thing. I can draw a conclusion, like make a hypothesis, basically formulating a possible solution. I'm going to test it, and then I'm going to draw a conclusion. Should I keep it? Should I, go back to what I was doing? Basically saying I'm going to keep iterating, keep trying to improve, keep trying to get better. And with that, I'm also going to have the feedback of my mentor, which I was actually on a call with just yesterday. And he's already helping me a bunch, making sure I'm heading in the right direction, etc. So with his feedback is basically going to be implemented into my whole feedback loop and my whole iteration process and my whole process of trying to make the system better. So that's what I'm going to go through to try and make it as optimized as possible. But first, before I start charging money and, putting my offer out there, I'm going to be putting my offer out there, but first, I'm going to get 3 pay-per-result clients. Basically, like people who offer the service I do can easily charge anywhere from $2,000 to like $5,000 per month retainers. I'm not going to do that straight off of the bat. I'm going to offer a pay-per-result. Basically, if I get you the promised outcome of the offer, then only do you pay me, right? Why do I do this? And this was also recommended to me by my mentor, is to get case studies and social proof, to get confidence and to get feedback. So basically I can use these case studies to go out and, show the market that they can actually trust me. I have proof of what I can do, which makes it easier to, charge retainers and get them, as I said, to trust you and actually move ahead with my offer. It also gives me confidence in myself and my abilities, so I can go, have more confidence on the sales call, etc., which helps. And it also gives me feedback to actually improve my service delivery, because it's important, because I don't want to sign clients and then like churn them or lose them a month or 2 later. And as I said, this was recommended to me by my mentor and I'm going to follow it. And also actually Alex Hormozi also mentioned this in his book, I think it's $100 Million Leads, to first get a few, I think he mentioned like 4 free clients or something, I can't remember. He says getting those free clients are worth more to you than actually going out and trying to sign clients off the bat. So yeah, I'm just following the advice of the experts, obviously. And as I said, I recommend anyone who's starting out, who doesn't have proof, who doesn't have the confidence, who doesn't, they've never really done this, to do the same. All right, the next part is the personal part. So we've gone over the business side of things, which is this. It's basically exactly what I'm gonna do, and I'm pretty sure any of you can, basically copy this. Obviously do your own research about the offers and how to get traffic, etc., and do the same thing. All right, so personal. Which on my side is basically having focus, having discipline, and having consistency. These are the three things that I think are most important to achieve my goal of $10,000 per month, because you can have all this, you can know exactly what to do, but if you don't actually, take action on it, commit to it, and take action over a long enough time period for results to come back to you, then, you're never going to make it. So this is arguably more important than this, because even if you have this and you don't have this, over a long enough time period, you'll figure this out, right? So the first thing is focus. Bruce Lee said the successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. Focus is basically, exactly what it's focusing on one thing instead of a bunch of different things at once. So I'm only going to be focusing on the agency and doing that. Nothing else, no side projects, no nothing basically, and we'll go into that in a bit more detail in a second. And then also, when asked separately to name the key to this success in one word, both Bill Gates and Warren Buffett independently answered focus. So they didn't even know they were being asked these questions. Like Bill Gates didn't know Warren Buffett was being asked, Warren didn't know Bill Gates was being asked, and they both answered focus. And I think they're like in the top 10 on the Forbes list, so I would take their advice. So focus is basically eliminating distractions. So if you remove all the distractions, all that's left is focus. I list the other things that take the most time from me and distract me the most. So for me, that was social media, aka like scrolling, doom scrolling. Also, like on my phone, also watching Netflix, and also, going onto social media when I'm supposed to be working on my computer because it's right there. So I advise you, if you want to list out your biggest distractions and then find a way to remove them completely from your environment, because then you don't even need willpower to try and stop yourself from doing it, because you can't do it because it's not there. So the way I did this for social media and doom scrolling is I got this cheap iPhone quite a long time ago, and I'm basically using it as my phone now. Like there's literally nothing on this phone except Spotify for when I'm in the gym, Headspace for meditating, and Kindle for reading. So that's literally all that's on this phone, and my real phone is hidden away very far away from me, basically at all times. But there are times during the day where I will go on my phone, my actual phone, to answer messages, talk to people, but right now it's really not that important. Then the next thing is like watching Netflix, TV. If I could, I would like literally take my TV and just remove it from my house, take it somewhere else, like to a friend's house or family, and just tell them to keep it. But I can't do that, so basically what I did is I just canceled all my subscriptions, which makes it basically very difficult to go back and watch Netflix. Because obviously I don't have a subscription, I'm gonna have to enter my card details, reactivate everything, it's a hassle. Then for social media on my computer and like going onto Twitter or X and whatever, I got this app called Cold Turkey, which is pretty cool. Let me show you. So this thing basically locks your computer completely. When I first started using it, it was actually quite annoying because you can literally lock your, like there's no way to get around it. It's literally impossible. And there's different types of blocks. So for example, you can do a block where it just blocks certain websites and apps on your computer, and you can't get to it for like 2 weeks. Literally impossible. I wanted to go onto Facebook and YouTube to do lead generation to find people to reach out to, but I couldn't, and I had to wait. It's very annoying. So I learned that the hard way. But there's also locks that you can do, like you need to type in like a 500 word password to get access again. So that's what I'm going with. But yeah, that's a way for me to lock my computer. It's pretty solid. I would recommend it. I think it's free. I can't remember if I paid for it or not, but yeah, it's the best one I found. And then all this to stay focused on the tasks that matter, which is outreach, sales, and service delivery. That's literally the only things that's going to push my business forward and push me towards $10,000 per month. Yeah, if you were wondering what to do, when to do it, what you have to do. Outreach, which is getting attention, sales, which is converting that attention into money and clients, and then delivering on, the promise that you made on the offer. So that's all you need to focus on. The next thing is discipline, because you can stay focused, but if you don't do it for long enough, it's not going to matter. Like the compounding isn't going to kick in. This is Jim Rohn. He's a pretty popular like self-help guy. You can like YouTube him. He's probably everywhere. He's like the founding father of self-improvement, and he said discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. So yeah, if you can't do these tasks and stick to them, these ones that I outlined here, there's like no point, right? If you say I want to do like 10 emails today or 10 outreach messages, or I want to craft my offer or whatever, you have to do it. Otherwise, if you don't, then you're not going to do it, basically. So yeah, basically the way I'm going to be doing this is, the way I learned it is that discipline is a muscle, right? So you have to build it, and I already have pretty solid discipline, and I built that up through like listing tasks and then doing them each and every day. So basically saying something and then doing it, but it started small, and then I built the muscle stronger and stronger and stronger. So for example, when I didn't have any discipline, I made the promise to just make my bed every day, every morning, no matter what. And I did it, and that was a small way of me building discipline. Then I added something on top of that, like meditating every day, going to the gym every day, and doing my tasks every day, and it kind of spills over. Like if you're disciplined in one area, you're going to probably be disciplined in another area. So yeah, that's how I built discipline. And yeah, also I make sure each hour of my day is kind of planned out. Each hour of my day is like, I know what to do when I wake up. I can just go and I can do it. There's no room for distractions, or yeah, basically distractions to creep in, because I have a set schedule and I need to follow it. And that comes from removing distractions. So if there's something that keeps you from this, then you need to remove it, right? Or deal with it somehow, whatever it may be. So yeah, I set a schedule. I actually know what I'm going to be doing with every hour of the day. And yeah, that's what I do. So that's pretty simple. And yeah, this just leads back to doing the tasks that matter every day. So next is consistency. So this is Jeff Bezos. I don't know how many years ago, probably like 20 years ago, if not more, when he started Amazon.com, and you can see he's in like this little office with just a spray painted sign and a messy desk, and now he's running like this. I don't even know how much Amazon is valued at. Many hundreds of billions probably. And yeah, it's basically sticking with something long enough to see results is a key part of success. Like if you look at him then, you wouldn't say he's a success, but because he stuck with it and years went by, decades went by, he eventually became the success that he is. But if he gave up halfway, or stopped, or saw a shiny object, or like decided to do something else, he would probably not be where he is today, right? So consistency equals compounding. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. That was by Albert Einstein. So consistency also leads to compounding. Like your skills stack, you become better and better and better and better at whatever you do, at the service you deliver. So you get better results, you get better case studies, you can get better clients. You learn more skills as well, like getting better at sales, so you can close better, getting better at running your cold email system or your outreach system, so you can. Then also your reputation stacks. So like if you guys are watching this video, you probably know Iman Gadzhi. Like 8 years ago, not really a lot of people knew him. Now he's like the make money online guy, and he makes a lot of money because of it, and he gets like investment opportunities, etc., because of his reputation for being a guy. Well, I actually don't know, that's hardworking, that makes a lot of money, that knows what he's talking about, whatever. He has a reputation, and because of it, he gets opportunities that he would not get if he didn't have that reputation, and if he didn't have the consistency to stick with what he set out to stick with. Then also because it's recurring client stack, so in year one, I might sign one client for $2,000 a month, but if I keep signing a client every month for 12 months, that's like 24,000 plus the initial client, then I'm at $26,000 per month, right? Versus if I stopped, doing outreach in the first month, I would only be making $2,000 per month. Pretty simple. Then also capital stacks, obviously, as I just mentioned, all those things stack, you make more and more money. If you save your money, it becomes a bigger pot, and you can then deploy that capital to make things even better, investing into better talent, investing into more skills, investing into whatever you want to invest to. So yeah, that's basically the personal side of this, which is focus, discipline, and consistency, which is what I want to embody. And then we also went over the business side of things. So the business, this whole system, if I have this whole system and I like integrate it with focus, discipline, and consistency, I truly believe there is no way that I can fail at all. Especially because of like the iterations and my mentor. Like if I'm doing something wrong, it'll get fixed pretty easily because I'm iterating, looking at feedback, looking at my results and fixing things, and getting feedback from someone who's already done it. And if I do that with focus, discipline, and consistency, and it compounds, like, there's no way to lose, right? Like literally there's no way to lose. So this is my plan. My plan is actually already being implemented. It is in action. So I will update you guys with the results. But otherwise, as I said, if you guys want to learn how I made my first $3,000 online, remember to click the link in the description. I'm going to be releasing a free course, absolutely free. It's literally exactly what I did to get to 3K a month and consistently online without like, I don't have any like college experience or education or whatever, anything about that. It was literally me and a laptop, pretty bad one, as a matter of fact, way worse than the one I have now. So yeah, that's how I started. You can get access to the free course and follow it along. You just sign up to the email list and I'll send you an email once the first module has been uploaded and you can get access. Right, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like the content, if you like content like this, and you want to make money online, don't forget to subscribe and also like the video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.